What if I told you the biggest secret to your success is hidden in one simple truth that nobody talks about? A truth so powerful, it could change the entire way you see yourself and the world. But beware, once you hear this, you might never compare yourself the same way again. Are you ready to unlock the freedom that comes from embracing who you truly are? Do not compare yourself to anyone. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the sky turned a deep shade of fiery orange. You stood alone on a quiet street, the cool breeze brushing against your skin. Around you, the world seemed to move fast. People rushing, laughing, living stories you could only watch from the sidelines. You heard distant voices, like echoes of success, reminders of what you thought you lacked. Your heart tightened. A sharp sting of doubt pierced through your chest. And suddenly, the silence became overwhelming. You noticed every flaw, every weakness, each one magnified in the shadow of others' triumphs. Your breath grew shallow. The shadows around you seemed to stretch longer, as if they were trying to pull you into a darker place. The cold air tasted bitter, and your eyes burned with the weight of unspoken questions. Why am I not enough? Why do they seem so far ahead? Why does my journey feel so slow and uncertain? Then something shifted. A small voice, soft but steady, whispered from within. Do not compare yourself to anyone. Your path is yours alone, untouched and unique. No one else lives inside your skin, feels your fears, carries your dreams. The stars in the sky do not compete. Each shines in its own time, its own way. Your light is no less because it does not match another's brightness. In fact, your light is needed, more than you realize. The very act of comparing steals your energy, like a thief in the night, stealing your joy, your strength, your hope. And as you stand there, with the cold wind biting, you feel a fierce determination rising. This moment of discomfort becomes a turning point, a battle cry to reclaim your worth. You inhale deeply, letting the cold air fill your lungs, cleansing the doubts, igniting a fire that refuses to be extinguished. No longer will you measure your value by someone else's story. You will write your own, with bold strokes, with raw honesty, and with the courage to rise every time you fall. Because the only person you must become better than is the person you were yesterday, and that alone is a journey worth fighting for. Because the only person you must become better than is the person you were yesterday, and that alone is a journey worth fighting for. The night deepens around you now. The streetlights flicker faintly, casting long shadows that dance with the breeze. Every sound seems sharper. The distant hum of a passing car, the crunch of leaves beneath your feet, the rhythm of your own heartbeat pounding in your ears. It is in this quiet that the truth settles in, raw and unyielding. You have spent so much time looking outward, comparing your beginning to someone else's middle, your struggles to their triumphs. But what if all of that comparison has been nothing but a veil, blinding you to your own strength? Your skin prickles as the cold night air brushes past, but now, instead of shrinking from it, you welcome the chill. It wakes you up. It shakes you from the fog of self-doubt and judgment. The darkness that once felt like a prison now feels like a vast canvas, ready for the colors of your story. You realize that every scar you carry, every failure, every moment of hesitation has been a brushstroke painting a masterpiece that only you can create. The ache in your chest, the sting of past disappointments, these are not marks of defeat, but badges of persistence. You recall the times you wanted to quit, when the noise of other people's success threatened to drown your voice. You remember the sharp twist in your stomach when you scrolled through pictures, heard stories, or listened to others boast. But in that moment, standing alone with the cool wind, you understand something crucial. Their journey is theirs, and yours is yours. To compare is to deny the uniqueness of your path, to chain yourself to someone else's timeline. But freedom lies in embracing your own pace, your own timing. The city around you sleeps, indifferent and vast, but inside you a fire kindles, a quiet, steady blaze of determination. It is not the loud roar of reckless ambition, but the patient strength of someone who knows that real growth comes slowly. You think of the countless seeds planted in the darkest soil before a single shoot bursts through. You think of the quiet rivers that carve deep canyons over centuries. You think of the stars that do not rush to shine, but glow with steady brilliance for millennia. Your senses sharpen. The scent of damp earth after a light rain fills the air, grounding you. The cool breeze carries whispers of change and possibility. Your feet feel the rough texture of the pavement, each step a reminder that progress is made one move at a time. In this moment, you vow to stop measuring your worth by the shadows others cast. Instead, you will measure it by your own light, by how brightly you dare to shine in your own unique way. This is the moment when fear tries to creep back in. The fear that your dreams are too big, your failures too many, your past too dark. But you face it head on. You close your eyes and breathe deeply, imagining those fears as waves crashing against the shore. You are the shore, solid and unyielding. The waves may pound relentlessly, but they cannot erase the ground beneath your feet. You open your eyes, now sharper, clearer, filled with the fierce courage of someone who refuses to be broken. You remember that comparison is a thief of joy. It steals the celebration of small victories. It blinds you to your own progress. You think about the moments when you smiled quietly at a goal achieved, when you took a step forward no one else noticed but you. Those moments are yours. They are precious. They are proof that you are moving forward. The world might be full of noise, full of distractions, but your journey is sacred. It deserves your full attention and love. The night air grows colder, but you feel warmth spreading from your chest. It is hope. It is belief. It is the quiet promise that you will keep going, no matter what. The road ahead may be long, winding, filled with obstacles, but it is yours to walk. With every step, you grow stronger, wiser, more resilient. You will stumble. You will fall. But you will rise. Because you are not defined by the speed of your progress, but by the courage to keep moving. You look up at the sky. The stars are scattered like diamonds across a velvet canvas. Each one shines in its own time, in its own way. And just like those stars, you will shine. Not by outshining others, but by shining true to yourself. You will learn to appreciate your own light, the flicker of passion, the glow of persistence, the steady burn of dreams nurtured against all odds. The streets are empty now. The world sleeps. But inside you a revolution stirs. It is the revolution of self-acceptance, self-love, and fierce determination. You will not waste energy on comparison. You will invest it in your growth, your dreams, your future. Every moment you spend doubting is a moment lost. Every second you spend comparing is a second taken away from your own greatness. You think about the past wounds, the harsh words, the moments when you felt less than enough. You forgive yourself. You release the heavy chains of judgment. You understand that you are a work in progress, a story unfolding. And the story is yours to write, with no apologies, no comparisons, no limits. Your heart pounds now, steady and strong. You feel alive in a way you never have before. The discomfort you once feared is now the fuel for your fire. The shock of facing your own doubts becomes the catalyst for transformation. You smile, knowing that the journey is just beginning. The night is deep, but you are deeper. The silence is vast, but your voice is louder. You will not compare yourself to anyone, because no one else carries your dreams, your scars, your light. You are unique. You are enough. And with every breath, every step, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. You stand there beneath the vast, star-studded sky, the cool night air wrapping around you like a quiet embrace, and suddenly the world feels both impossibly large and intimately close. The distant city lights blink softly, like tiny promises waiting to be fulfilled. Your breath forms faint clouds in the chilly air, each exhale a reminder that you are alive, here, now, in this very moment. You realize how much time you have wasted chasing shadows, measuring yourself against reflections that are not your own. You remember the countless nights spent scrolling endlessly, eyes burning, heart sinking, while others seemed to sprint ahead with ease. But what you did not see then was the invisible battles behind their smiles, the silent struggles beneath their victories. You did not know how many times they too faced doubt, felt fear claw at their minds, or wrestled with their own sense of worth. And you were never meant to walk their path. just as they were never meant to walk yours. Your journey is yours alone, unpredictable, messy, and beautiful in its own way. As the cool wind swirls leaves at your feet, you feel a new kind of energy stirring, a fierce, quiet rebellion against the voices inside your head that say you are not enough. You can almost hear your own heartbeat louder now, like a drum calling you back to yourself. The darkness around you does not feel so frightening anymore. It feels like a canvas, empty and ready for your story to be painted boldly across it. Every sensation, the rough texture of the pavement under your shoes, the faint smell of earth after rain, the distant hum of life in the sleeping city, grounds you. You are here. You are real. And your story is unfolding with every breath you take. This moment, raw and exposed, is not a sign of weakness, but a gateway to strength. The ache of comparison begins to fade as you recall a truth so simple it nearly slipped by unnoticed. No one else's timeline matters but your own. You think of a tree growing in the forest, tall and proud, but on its own time. Its roots stretch deep, unseen, gathering strength while the world looks elsewhere. Your growth, like that tree, is slow, steady, and vital. You remember the countless seeds that need time buried in the earth before they break through the surface. You are a seed, and your season is coming. The pain of not being there, yet is only the soil preparing you for something greater. You will bloom in your own way, not in comparison to others, but in celebration of yourself. A shiver runs down your spine as the cold night air presses in, but you welcome it. It is the discomfort of change, the sting of awakening. You realize that the fear of being less than someone else is a prison of your own making, and you hold the key. Your hands, trembling slightly, clutch that key tightly now. The door to freedom creaks open. Behind it lies your true potential, untamed and waiting. You do not need to outrun anyone or be louder, faster, better. You only need to be authentically, unapologetically you. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you see the world not as a competition, but as a vast symphony, where every note, yours included, matters deeply. You remember how music moves not by trying to outshine the other instruments, but by finding its own voice, its own rhythm. So too must you find your unique melody, the sound only you can make. The silence that once felt heavy now hums with possibility. You feel the pulse of life thrumming through you, urging you forward with gentle insistence. The night air grows colder still, but the fire within you blazes brighter. You imagine yourself as a warrior of light, not fighting others, but battling the shadows within, doubt, fear, impatience. Each challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger, not smaller. You think about the scars you bear, visible or hidden, and how they tell stories of survival, not defeat. You accept every imperfection, every mistake, every stumble as part of your unique blueprint. These are the marks of a journey worth taking. You smile, knowing that no one else can carry your burdens, but you also know that you carry a resilience born of facing them head-on. Suddenly, a rush of wind sweeps past you, scattering leaves like whispers across the pavement. It feels like the world itself is encouraging you to move forward. You take a step, then another. With every step, your heart beats louder, your breath steadies, and the fog of comparison clears. You begin to see the road ahead, not as a race to be won, but as a path to be walked with courage, patience, and self-love. You tell yourself that your worth is not tied to achievements or approval. Your worth is intrinsic, unshakable, and forever present. You recall the moments when you felt joy in small victories, the smile of a friend, a kind word, a quiet accomplishment no one else noticed but you. Those moments are the true treasures of your life. They are proof that you are moving, growing, living. You promise to cherish them, to let them fuel your journey rather than drown it in endless comparison. Because true happiness is found not in being better than others, but in being better than you were yesterday. The night deepens, and you feel a profound sense of peace settling in. You are no longer a prisoner of comparison, but a creator of your own story. The vast, starry sky above reminds you that you are part of something immense, yet your light is no less important. You are a star, shining in your own time, your own way, and that is enough. More than enough. You stand tall now, shoulders back, heart open. The cold no longer bothers you. It sharpens your focus and strengthens your resolve. You understand that every uncomfortable moment, every pang of jealousy, every sting of inadequacy is a signpost pointing you back to your own path. You embrace these moments as teachers, not enemies. The city is quiet around you, but inside, a storm of hope and determination rages. You feel ready to face tomorrow with renewed strength. No longer weighed down by comparisons, you are free to soar. You will stumble, but you will rise higher each time. You will face doubt, but you will hold on to belief. You will encounter fear, but you will stand firm. Because the only person you ever need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. And that journey, imperfect and beautiful, is yours to own. Because the only person you ever need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. And that journey, imperfect and beautiful, is yours to own. As you stand there beneath the vast expanse of night, the cool air brushing against your skin, you become aware of every detail around you. The faint rustle of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze, the distant hum of the city winding down, the soft whisper of your own breathing in the stillness. Each sound, each sensation pulls you deeper into the present moment. The world seems to pause, holding its breath with you, as if waiting for the next step you are about to take. Your mind begins to quiet, the incessant chatter of doubt and comparison fading into the background, replaced by a calm clarity that feels like a gift you have long sought but never truly believed you could possess. It is here, in this silence, that you hear your own truth, the steady, unyielding voice inside that has been buried beneath layers of fear and insecurity. This voice tells you that you are enough, just as you are, with all your scars and imperfections, with every dream and every setback that has shaped your story. You remember the countless times you felt you fell short, the moments when you watched others move ahead while you stood still, feeling invisible and insignificant. But now, in this profound stillness, you see those moments in a new light, not as failures, but as the crucible in which your strength was forged. Each tear shed, each painful lesson learned, each moment of loneliness was a step forward on your path, even if it did not feel that way at the time. Your body relaxes as you let go of the heavy weight of comparison. The tension in your shoulders melts away, and your chest feels lighter, as if you have just released a breath you have been holding for years. The night air tastes fresh and clean, filling your lungs with a new kind of energy, a fierce resolve that refuses to be dimmed. You picture your life as a vast, winding river, full of bends and rapids and calm stretches, flowing at its own pace, never rushing, never forced, but always moving forward. You are not meant to be the fastest or the loudest or the most dazzling. You are meant to be you, steadily, beautifully, unmistakably you. And that is your greatest power. The stars overhead twinkle softly, each one shining in its own rhythm, reminding you that light comes in many forms, and yours is no less radiant simply because it does not mimic another's glow. You draw strength from that thought, feeling your spirit swell with quiet pride and unshakable hope. The road ahead is still unknown, but the fear that once gripped you has loosened its hold. You know there will be challenges, moments when doubt will creep back in, when the temptation to compare will try to steal your joy once again. But now you have a new armor, the wisdom born from embracing your uniqueness, the courage gained from facing your fears head-on, and the peace that comes from knowing your worth is not defined by anyone else's journey. You vow to protect this armor fiercely, to wear it every day as you navigate the twists and turns of life. You will nurture your dreams, no matter how small or grand they seem, with patience and persistence. You will celebrate your victories, no matter how quiet or unnoticed by others. And when setbacks come, as they inevitably will, you will meet them not with despair, but with resilience, remembering that every storm passes and that the sun always rises again. A slow smile spreads across your face as you take a deep breath, feeling more alive and awake than you have in a long time. You realize that the moment of discomfort you once feared was a doorway, a passage from doubt to self-belief, from darkness to light. You are no longer a prisoner of comparison. You are a traveler on your own extraordinary path, writing your story with every choice, every action, every heartbeat. The night may be quiet and still, but inside you, a fierce symphony plays, a melody of hope, courage, and unyielding determination. This symphony is yours and yours alone, a unique song that the world needs to hear. You step forward, one foot in front of the other, ready to face whatever comes next with an open heart and an unwavering spirit. Because you understand now that the greatest journey you will ever take is the one inward, to discover your true self, to love that self fiercely, and to live boldly without apology or hesitation. The path will not always be easy, but it will always be yours, and that makes all the difference. Because you understand now that the greatest journey you will ever take is the one inward, to discover your true self, to love that self fiercely, and to live boldly without apology or hesitation. The path will not always be easy, but it will always be yours, and that makes all the difference. As you move forward, the quiet night seems to embrace you like an old friend, wrapping you in a sense of belonging that you have long sought but never truly felt until now. The shadows that once seemed so menacing now feel softer, almost protective, like a cloak shielding you from the harsh judgments of the world. You can feel the pulse of life beneath your feet, the steady heartbeat of the earth reminding you that you are connected to something greater than yourself, something timeless and infinite. In this moment, you are not alone. You are part of an unbroken chain of souls who have walked this journey before you, who have faced doubt and fear and comparison, only to emerge stronger, wiser, and more radiant. Their stories whisper in the wind, urging you onward, reminding you that your struggles do not diminish you but define you. You think of the countless heroes whose paths were marked by uncertainty and pain, whose greatness was forged in the fires of perseverance and self-acceptance. And you realize that your story, too, is a thread woven into this vast tapestry of human experience, a story of courage, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit of those who refuse to be defined by anyone but themselves. With each step you take now, the weight of comparison lifts a little more, replaced by a growing sense of freedom and possibility. You remember the moments when you laughed freely, when you dared to dream wildly, when you allowed yourself to be vulnerable and authentic. Those moments are your true compass, guiding you back to the path when you lose your way. You resolve to honor them, to protect them fiercely from the toxic voices that try to tell you otherwise. The world may be filled with noise and distraction, with endless images and stories of success that can tempt you into doubt and despair. But you hold fast to the truth you have found tonight, that your worth is not measured by others, but by the depth of your own journey, the courage of your convictions, and the love you cultivate for yourself along the way. You will no longer compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Instead, you will focus on your own growth, celebrating every small victory, learning from every setback, and embracing every moment with open arms and an open heart. The night sky stretches infinitely above you, a reminder of the limitless potential within you. You reach out, imagining yourself touching those distant stars, feeling their ancient light wash over you and fill you with strength. You are reminded that greatness is not about perfection or speed, but about persistence and passion. You are reminded that every star shines in its own time, and so will you. You think of the countless times you held back out of fear, fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. But now you see those fears for what they are, illusions that lose power the moment you confront them with truth and courage. You feel a fierce fire ignite within you, a fire fueled by self-belief, determination, and the unshakable knowledge that you are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. As dawn begins to creep over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, you stand taller, stronger, more certain than ever before. The journey ahead will have its challenges, no doubt. There will be days when doubt returns, when the temptation to compare threatens to pull you back into darkness. But you have learned the secret to breaking free, to remember that your journey is unique, your pace perfect for you, and your light impossible to replicate. You have learned to silence the inner critic and amplify the voice of hope. You have learned that your value is inherent, not earned, and that you are enough exactly as you are. With this knowledge etched into your heart, You step forward into the new day, ready to face the world with courage, grace, and an unwavering commitment to be your true self. Because when you stop comparing, when you embrace your uniqueness, you unlock a power so profound it can transform not only your life, but the lives of everyone around you. You become a beacon of hope, a living testament to the beauty of authenticity and the strength of self-love. And that, more than anything else, is the greatest victory you can ever achieve. You become a beacon of hope, a living testament to the beauty of authenticity and the strength of self-love. And that, more than anything else, is the greatest victory you can ever achieve. As the first rays of sunlight break over the horizon, casting golden light across the landscape, you feel something shift deep inside, an awakening that is both gentle and fierce. The world around you begins to stir, the birdsong weaving through the morning air, the soft rustling of leaves, the distant murmur of life waking up after the long night. You breathe it all in, the fresh scent of earth and dew filling your lungs, grounding you in this new beginning. This dawn is not just the start of a new day, but a symbol of your rebirth, your emergence from the shadows of doubt and comparison into the radiant light of self-acceptance. You no longer see yourself as a fragment or a shadow of someone else's success. Instead, you see the fullness of who you are, a whole, complex, beautiful being with your own dreams, strengths, and purpose. With every beat of your heart, you feel more connected to the unique rhythm of your own life. You realize that no two journeys are alike, that what works for one person may not work for another, and that is not a limitation but a blessing. It means your path is tailor-made for you, woven with the threads of your experiences, your values, your passions. You begin to honor your own pace, understanding that slow progress is still progress, that rest is not failure but a vital part of growth, and that setbacks are simply lessons wrapped in disguise. You commit to nurturing your spirit daily, to feeding it with kindness and patience instead of criticism and doubt. You promise to surround yourself with people who celebrate your uniqueness and inspire you to keep moving forward, rather than those who encourage comparison or competition. You know now that your worth is not tied to anyone else's opinion or approval, but is intrinsic, unchanging, and deeply rooted within. As you walk forward into the unfolding day, you carry with you the lessons of the night, the courage to face discomfort, the strength to silence the voices of comparison, and the wisdom to cherish your individuality. You understand that life will continue to challenge you, that there will be moments when old fears resurface, when the temptation to measure yourself against others reappears like a persistent shadow. But now you have the tools to face those moments with grace and resilience. You will remind yourself of your own journey, of how far you have come, and of the infinite potential that lies ahead. You will speak kindly to yourself, replacing judgment with compassion, doubt with determination. You will choose progress over perfection, growth over comparison, and authenticity over imitation. And in doing so, you will inspire others to do the same. The road may be long, winding, and at times uncertain, but it is yours and yours alone to travel. You will stumble, you will fall, but you will rise every time, stronger and more determined than before, because you understand that your true competition is not anyone else, but the limits you place on yourself. You are free to rewrite the narrative of your life, to break free from the chains of comparison, and to live boldly and unapologetically. You are the author of your own story, the artist of your own masterpiece, and the hero of your own journey. No one else can do it for you, and no one else can diminish your light. You hold the power to shape your destiny with every thought, every choice, every action. So embrace your uniqueness. Celebrate your progress. Trust your path. Because when you stop comparing yourself to others, you unleash a power so profound it transforms fear into courage, doubt into confidence, and limitation into endless possibility. You become unstoppable. You become free. And you become the truest, most radiant version of yourself, a light in the darkness, a force of nature, a soul unbound. This is your time. This is your moment. Step into it fully, fiercely, and with unwavering belief that you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to do. The world is waiting for your light. Shine without apology. Shine without fear. Shine like only you can. Shine like only you can. As you step forward into the unfolding tapestry of your life, you begin to understand that every experience, every challenge, every triumph has shaped you into the unique individual you are today. You are not a copy, a shadow, or a lesser version of someone else. You are an original, a one-of-a-kind masterpiece crafted by your own journey, your own choices, and your own heart. This realization is not just empowering, it is liberating. It frees you from the exhausting burden of comparison that has weighed you down for so long. No longer do you have to measure your worth against others' accomplishments or timelines. No longer do you have to chase a mirage of perfection defined by someone else's standards. Instead, you can embrace the messy, beautiful reality of your own life, the raw, unfiltered, imperfect but genuine story that is unfolding with every breath you take. You begin to see your life as a canvas waiting to be painted with the boldest colors of your dreams, hopes, and passions. The fear of judgment and failure that once paralyzed you now feels like a distant echo, fading beneath the louder call of your own inner voice, a voice that urges you to take risks, to step into the unknown, to trust yourself even when the path ahead is unclear. You recognize that growth does not come from perfection but from perseverance, not from imitation but from authenticity. And so, you commit to living boldly, to making choices that honor your true self rather than conforming to the expectations of others. You understand that the journey will not always be smooth, that setbacks and disappointments will arise, but you are ready to face them with resilience and grace because you know that these obstacles are not signs of failure, but stepping stones to your own greatness. As the sun climbs higher, bathing the world in warm light, you feel a surge of energy and possibility coursing through your veins. The doubts that once haunted you shrink in the face of your newfound confidence. You remember the moments when you felt alive, when you laughed freely, created passionately, loved deeply, and stood firm in your convictions. These moments are your true power, your anchor in the storm. You decide to nurture these moments, to seek them out, to let them guide you back to yourself whenever you feel lost or overwhelmed. You will celebrate your progress, no matter how small, knowing that every step forward is a victory worth honoring. You will practice kindness toward yourself, replacing self-criticism with self-compassion, and you will surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you rather than those who drain your spirit or encourage comparison. The journey ahead is vast and unknown, but it no longer frightens you. You walk with your head held high, your heart open, and your spirit unyielding. You carry with you the lessons of the past, the strength born from struggle, the wisdom gained from pain, and the courage cultivated through self-acceptance. You understand that your value is not contingent on external validation, but is inherent and unchanging. You are worthy simply because you exist. This truth lights a fire within you that can never be extinguished. It fuels your dreams, ignites your passions, and propels you forward even when the road is rough and the night is dark. You are the master of your own destiny, the creator of your own future, and the architect of your own happiness. With every breath, you grow stronger in your resolve to live a life that is true to you. You embrace the uncertainty of the future with hope rather than fear, knowing that the greatest adventures often begin with a single step into the unknown. You no longer wait for permission or validation to pursue your dreams. You give yourself the freedom to be bold, to fail, to learn, and to rise again. You are ready to break free from the chains of comparison, to rewrite the narrative of your life with courage and authenticity. You are ready to shine, brilliantly, fiercely, unapologetically. The world may try to dim your light, but you now know how to protect it. You will cultivate a garden of self-love and gratitude, where your spirit can grow and flourish without fear or judgment. You will celebrate your uniqueness as a gift, not a flaw, and you will inspire others to do the same. Because when you live your truth, you create a ripple effect that touches lives in ways you cannot yet imagine. Your journey becomes a beacon for those still lost in the shadows of comparison and doubt. Your courage becomes a guidepost, your light a source of hope. So step forward with confidence, knowing that you are enough, exactly as you are. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Your path is yours alone, and it is filled with endless possibilities. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart. Live boldly. Love fiercely. Shine endlessly. Because the world is waiting for the magic only you can bring. Because the world is waiting for the magic only you can bring. Every step you take forward echoes, far beyond what you can see in the moment. It ripples through the lives of those around you, inspiring others to begin their own journeys of self-discovery and courage. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you unlock a freedom so profound that it changes everything. The chains of doubt and fear that once bound you fall away, and you are left standing tall in the radiant light of your own truth. This is not arrogance or pride, but the humble power of someone who has faced their own shadows and emerged stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You begin to understand that your uniqueness is your superpower, an unrepeatable gift that the world desperately needs. And with that understanding comes responsibility, not to conform, but to lead by example, to live authentically, and to nurture the fire within yourself so brightly that it lights the path for others. As you walk through your days, you notice the subtle changes inside you, the way your confidence grows with each challenge you face, the way your heart opens a little more to joy and connection, the way your mind quiets its harsh judgments and replaces them with curiosity and kindness. You learn to listen deeply to your own needs and desires, honoring the rhythms of your body and spirit without guilt or hesitation. You give yourself permission to rest when needed, to say no when something does not serve you, and to pursue what makes your soul come alive. This new way of being feels like coming home, like finally settling into a space where you belong completely and without apology. It is a profound peace that washes over you, healing old wounds and creating room for new dreams to take root and grow. You begin to see the beauty in your own journey, the struggles, the setbacks, the triumphs, all woven together into a story that is rich, meaningful, and uniquely yours. The scars you once tried to hide become badges of honor, reminders of your resilience and growth. You understand that no one's path is perfect or without hardship, and that comparison only steals your joy and distracts you from your own progress. Instead, you focus on your own rhythm, celebrating the small victories and learning from the difficult moments. You become your own greatest supporter, cheering yourself on with the same love and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. This shift transforms your life, filling it with greater joy, fulfillment, and purpose than you ever thought possible. And in this space of self-acceptance and empowerment, you realize something even more profound, that you do not have to carry this journey alone. You begin to build connections with others who also seek to live authentically and courageously. Together, you create a community of support, understanding, and inspiration, a place where vulnerability is met with compassion and growth is celebrated at every step. You share your stories openly, knowing that your truth has the power to heal and uplift not only yourself, but others as well. In giving voice to your struggles and triumphs, you break down walls of isolation and build bridges of empathy and connection. You become part of something larger than yourself, a living testament to the transformative power of authenticity and self-love. As you continue on your path, you carry with you the lessons of every challenge and every victory. You face each new day with an open heart and a fierce determination to live fully and fearlessly. You know that the road will not always be easy, that there will be moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, but you have learned that these moments do not define you. Instead, they are opportunities to grow stronger, to deepen your self-awareness, and to reaffirm your commitment to yourself. You embrace the unknown with curiosity rather than fear, trusting that every step forward brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. You hold fast to the belief that your worth is not determined by external achievements or comparisons, but by the courage, kindness, and authenticity you bring to each moment. In this way, you become a living example of what is possible when someone chooses to stop comparing and start embracing their true self. You inspire others to do the same, to let go of the burdens of comparison and to step into their own power and light. You show them that greatness is not about being better than someone else, but about being the best version of themselves. And in this shared journey of self-discovery and growth, you find a deep sense of fulfillment and joy that no external validation could ever provide. So stand tall in your truth. Walk your path with courage and grace. Celebrate your uniqueness and honor your journey. Because when you do more than just change your own life. You change the world around you. And that is a legacy worth striving for. As you carry this truth with you, you begin to notice the subtle shifts in how you experience the world. The colors seem brighter, the sounds clearer, and even the smallest moments take on a new significance. You no longer rush through life trying to catch up or measure yourself against someone else's timeline. Instead, you savor each experience, knowing that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the gentle breeze that whispers through the trees, and the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat. These simple sensations remind you that life is happening right now, in this very moment, and that you have everything you need within you to thrive. The noise of comparison that once crowded your mind begins to fade, replaced by a profound sense of peace and clarity. You realize that when you stop looking outward for validation and start looking inward for truth, you unlock a wellspring of strength and joy that no one can take away. With this newfound clarity, you begin to set boundaries that protect your energy and nurture your growth. You learn to say no to things that drain you, to people who diminish your light, and to habits that keep you stuck in cycles of doubt and comparison. You choose instead to surround yourself with positivity, support, and encouragement, people who see your worth and celebrate your progress. You build routines and rituals that honor your body, mind, and spirit, knowing that self-care is not selfish but essential. You prioritize your passions and purpose, dedicating time and energy to the things that make you feel alive and connected. Each choice you make is an act of love toward yourself, a declaration that you are worthy of happiness and success on your own terms. As you deepen this relationship with yourself, you become more attuned to your intuition, the quiet, wise voice within that guides you toward what is true and right for you. You learn to trust this inner compass, even when the path ahead is uncertain or others question your choices. This trust empowers you to take bold steps forward, to embrace change, and to step into opportunities that once felt out of reach. You recognize that fear and discomfort are natural parts of growth, not signals to stop, but invitations to lean in and learn. Each time you face these moments with courage, your confidence grows, and your sense of self becomes more unshakable. You begin to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as lessons and catalysts for transformation. This shift in perspective turns challenges into fuel for your journey, rather than reasons to give up. The more you honor your unique path, the more your authentic light shines brightly, illuminating not only your own way, but inspiring those around you. People are drawn to your courage and honesty, finding in you a reflection of their own desires for freedom and self-acceptance. Your story becomes a beacon, showing them that it is possible to break free from the chains of comparison and live a life rich with meaning and joy. You become a source of hope, reminding others that their worth is inherent and that they do not have to conform to anyone else's standards to be successful or happy. Through your example, you create a ripple effect of empowerment that spreads far beyond what you can see in the moment. Your journey, once burdened by doubt, becomes a powerful testament to the strength found in embracing one's true self. In time, you notice that the fears that once held you captive begin to lose their grip entirely. The voice of comparison, which once echoed so loudly in your mind, becomes a faint whisper that no longer commands your attention. You are no longer defined by what others think or do, but by the values and dreams that reside within you. This freedom is exhilarating and deeply fulfilling, allowing you to live with intention and joy. You find yourself taking risks that once seemed impossible, pursuing passions with vigor, and stepping into leadership in your own life and community. The confidence you have cultivated opens doors to new experiences and relationships that enrich your life in unexpected ways. You become a magnet for opportunities that align with your purpose, and you greet each day with enthusiasm and gratitude. Yet, even as you rise, you remain humble, aware that the journey of self-discovery is ongoing. You understand that there will always be moments of doubt and fear, but now you face them with grace and resilience. You know how to navigate the shadows with compassion for yourself and others. This awareness deepens your empathy and connection to the world around you, reminding you that everyone is fighting their own battles and seeking their own path to freedom. Your story becomes intertwined with theirs, creating a tapestry of shared humanity and collective growth. Together, you and those you inspire create a movement, a wave of authenticity and self-love that challenges old narratives and ushers in a new era of possibility and hope. So, as you continue on this extraordinary journey, carry with you the unwavering truth that you are enough. You do not need to be anyone else or follow anyone else's path. Your life, with all its unique twists and turns, is your greatest gift. Celebrate it, nurture it, and protect it fiercely. Let go of comparison and embrace your individuality with pride and joy. Know that every step you take in this direction is a step toward a life of true freedom, fulfillment, and happiness. And remember, the light you carry within has the power to change not only your world, but the world of everyone you touch. Shine on, shine bright, and live boldly, because the world needs the magic only you can bring. Because the world needs the magic only you can bring. In the quiet moments, when the noise of the world fades away, and all that remains is the rhythm of your breath and the beating of your heart, you come face to face with the truth of who you are. You realize that beneath the surface, beneath the fears and the doubts and the endless comparisons, there lies an unshakable core of strength, beauty, and purpose. This core is your true self, untouched by others' opinions, unblemished by their judgments. It is a vast reservoir of potential waiting to be tapped, a source of light that can never be dimmed by the shadows of comparison. And the more you connect with this core, the more you understand that your worth is inherent and limitless. You do not have to prove anything to anyone because you are already complete, already whole. This realization is not an endpoint but a beginning, a powerful new chapter in your life story that unfolds with every courageous choice you make to honor your uniqueness. You start to see life through a different lens, one that is not clouded by envy or insecurity, but illuminated by gratitude and self-respect. You recognize the incredible journey you have traveled, the obstacles you have overcome, and the lessons you have learned along the way. These experiences have shaped you, yes, but they do not define you. You are so much more than your past, more than your mistakes or your successes. You are the sum of your hopes, your dreams, and the endless possibilities that stretch out before you. And with this expanded vision, you begin to embrace the future with excitement rather than fear. The unknown becomes an open field of opportunity instead of a dark abyss. You understand that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory, a testament to your resilience and determination. You celebrate these steps, knowing they bring you closer to the life you were meant to live, the life that only you can create. As you move forward, you cultivate habits that nurture your soul and fuel your growth. You surround yourself with positivity and encouragement, seeking out people who uplift your spirit and challenge you to be your best self. You learn to say no to negativity and distractions that pull you away from your purpose. You develop a daily practice of reflection and gratitude, taking time each day to acknowledge your progress and honor your journey. This practice grounds you in the present moment, helping you to appreciate the beauty of your unique path and the strength you carry within. You also commit to continuous learning, understanding that growth is a lifelong process and that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, holds valuable insights. With each lesson, your confidence deepens and your connection to your true self strengthens. You begin to realize that comparison is a thief, not just of joy, but of your creative energy and potential. Each time you catch yourself slipping into the trap of measuring your worth against someone else's, you gently redirect your focus back to yourself. You remind yourself of your unique talents, your dreams, and the progress you have made. You recognize that everyone's path is different, shaped by different circumstances, values, and goals. What works for someone else is not necessarily what will work for you, and that is perfectly okay. This awareness frees you from the exhausting cycle of trying to keep up or be better than others. Instead, you channel your energy into becoming the best version of yourself, authentic, passionate, and resilient. You embrace your imperfections as part of your story, knowing they add depth and richness to who you are. You celebrate your quirks, your strengths, and even your vulnerabilities, understanding that they make you human and relatable. This shift in mindset transforms not only your inner world, but also your outer reality. You find that doors begin to open. Opportunities appear that align with your true self and your deepest desires. You attract relationships that support and nourish you, and you build a community of like-minded individuals who celebrate your authenticity. You become a source of inspiration and strength for others, showing them through your actions that it is possible to live a life free from the chains of comparison. Your story becomes a beacon of hope, a reminder that true success is measured not by external achievements, but by the courage to be yourself fully and unapologetically. You learn to celebrate others' successes without envy, understanding that their triumphs do not diminish your own. Instead, you see the abundance in the world and know there is enough space for everyone to shine. In moments of doubt or fear, you return to the foundation you have built, the deep knowing that you are enough as you are. You draw strength from your past victories and from the support of those who believe in you. You remind yourself that growth is not linear and that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. With each challenge, you grow wiser, more compassionate, and more determined. You face the future with an open heart and a brave spirit, ready to embrace whatever comes your way. You know that the journey to self-acceptance and authenticity is ongoing, but you no longer fear the unknown. Instead, you welcome it with curiosity and hope, trusting that each step is leading you to a richer, fuller life. And so, you continue to walk your path with confidence and grace. You shine your light brightly, knowing that it has the power to illuminate not only your own way, but also to inspire and guide others. You live boldly, love deeply, and create fiercely, knowing that this is the greatest gift you can offer the world. You are no longer defined by comparison, but by the limitless potential that lies within you. You are enough. You are worthy. You are extraordinary. You are enough. You are worthy. You are extraordinary. This truth becomes your anchor in the storm, the light that guides you through uncertainty, and the force that propels you forward when the path seems unclear. You begin to understand that life is not about reaching a fixed destination or measuring yourself against arbitrary benchmarks set by others. Life is about embracing the journey, every twist, turn, setback, and triumph, and allowing it to shape you into the person you are meant to become. You see that every moment, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, holds the potential for transformation. The laughter shared with a friend, the quiet solitude of a morning walk, the courage it takes to try again after failure. All these moments weave together into the fabric of a life well lived. And when you stop comparing yourself to others, you open yourself up to fully experience these moments without distraction or judgment. With this freedom, you become deeply connected to your own rhythm and intuition. You listen to the whispers of your heart and the gentle nudges of your spirit, trusting them to guide you toward what truly fulfills you. You no longer chase after fleeting validation or approval, but find satisfaction in living authentically and purposefully. This connection fills you with a profound sense of peace and contentment that no external achievement can provide. You begin to realize that happiness is not something to be pursued or earned. It is something that arises naturally when you honor yourself and your unique path. This realization transforms your relationship with yourself and the world around you. You move through life with greater ease, grace, and confidence, knowing that your worth is not contingent on external circumstances. As your self-awareness deepens, you also become more compassionate toward yourself and others. You recognize that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own battles and insecurities. This empathy softens your judgments and fosters a sense of connection and understanding. You celebrate others' successes without envy, knowing that their light does not diminish yours, but rather adds to the collective brightness of the world. You offer encouragement and support to those who struggle with comparison, sharing your story and insights to inspire them to embrace their own uniqueness. In doing so, you contribute to creating a world where authenticity and self-love are valued and celebrated. Your courage to live true to yourself becomes a catalyst for positive change, not only in your life, but in the lives of those around you. This ripple effect of authenticity and courage grows stronger with each passing day. You find yourself drawn to opportunities that align with your values and passions, projects that ignite your creativity, relationships that nurture your soul, and experiences that expand your horizons. You approach challenges with a mindset of growth and learning, understanding that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to develop resilience and wisdom. Your confidence blossoms as you witness the incredible things you can achieve when you believe in yourself and stop trying to fit into someone else's mold. You embrace your imperfections as part of your story, knowing that they add depth and character to who you are. You become more willing to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to pursue your dreams with relentless determination. In this way, your life becomes a testament to the power of self-acceptance and authenticity. You no longer seek permission to be yourself, because you know that you do not need it. You are the author of your own story, the creator of your own reality, and the architect of your own happiness. Every day, you choose to show up as your true self, unapologetically and boldly. You shine your light brightly, illuminating your path and inspiring others to do the same. This is your gift to the world, the gift of courage, hope, and possibility. It is a legacy that will endure long after the moments of doubt and fear have passed. And it all began with a simple but profound decision: to stop comparing yourself to anyone else and to embrace the unique, beautiful person you are. As you continue on this journey, remember that you are never alone. The struggles you face and the fears you overcome connect you to the human experience in its deepest form. You are part of a vast community of souls striving to live authentically and courageously. Together, you create a wave of change that challenges outdated narratives and paves the way for a future where everyone is free to be themselves. Your journey is a vital part of this movement, and your story matters. So stand tall, walk confidently, and live boldly. Trust in your worth, honor your uniqueness, and keep shining, because the world needs your light now more than ever. So now, as you sit here listening, remember this: the only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Growth is personal, unique, and beautifully imperfect. Your journey is yours alone, full of lessons, victories, and moments that have shaped you into who you are right now. Embrace it fully. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems, and honor every step forward. When you stop chasing someone else's version of success and start living your own truth, you unlock a life of freedom, passion, and endless possibility. Let this be your moment of transformation. Stand tall in your individuality. Choose to love yourself fiercely, forgive yourself gently, and pursue your dreams relentlessly. Because when you stop comparing, you start living. And when you start living authentically, you inspire others to do the same. Your light is powerful, your story is meaningful, and your potential is limitless. So go out into the world with courage. Shine your light unapologetically. And never forget, there is no one else like you. That is your greatest strength. That is your greatest gift. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thank you for choosing to walk your own remarkable path.